Brian, your thoughts on this week's preparations ahead of Saturday's game?
I mean, the team has been working hard all week. We're trying to, work towards a game on Sunday. Obviously, we're trying to look at the opponent. We've played them before. So we're trying to see what worked and what didn't work and try to improve from that.
Thank you, Brian. We'll now open the floor for questions. We'll kick it off with Tim Sullivan.
Yeah, Brian, I think this is one of the first couple times I talked to you this year. I was kind of curious about how you see your growth, third year in MLS, your personal individual growth at this level, and what you think you have improved and what you still want to continue to work on.
Yeah, I mean, I think my growth so far has been on a good track. I mean, a lot to improve. I think what I've also improved on is I think also trying to be like winning the ball in like better situation and not causing fouls. I think that was one major thing where like I could also improve on, and also I think the one part that I need to improve on obviously is like being more like moving the ball forward and passing the ball forward and trying to create chances. But obviously my role in the team most of the time is not to do that. It's not to create chances, but it's to bring stability and like try to like obviously recover the ball for the team. But like yeah, that's one thing I think in my game. If I can also like recover the ball and play forward, that's great. I mean, I think every midfielder would or anyone around me will love that.
Claudio Villalobos with the next question.
Brian, when you look at the team performance so far this season, and you compare that with the performance that you had the last two seasons when you went to the playoffs, what do you think the team stands in terms of reaching the playoffs and perhaps get going even further this year?
I mean, comparing the performance from last year and this year, I think there's always we've improved in certain aspects of our game. As you can see, last year we didn't win probably a lot of away games, and this year we approach away games in a different manner. I mean, every season is very different and difficult. Teams are getting to know us better. Now that we're in our third years, they know the players, so they also work. So that also affects us a little bit. But I think from last year and this year, I think the chemistry is way much better. Everyone is really getting comfortable because we have the same players around us. Even those who are coming new to the group have been around the league, and the guys that they already know guys on the team, so that really helps us.
Ray Hills.
Hey, what's up, Brian? Just a two-part question for you. You mentioned the way the dynamic of the team. You guys have been together since the beginning, with sans a couple of players that have come in like Sean. Do you see your role potentially go a little more offensive and more advancing, or do you still see yourself as more of the defensive ball winner and your role evolving that way? And the second question is, Gary talked about how you guys have started at home, getting settled in the new stadium with 9 points out of those 5 games. Do you think that the team is where do you think the team is in terms of how you guys have started in the new stadium?
Yeah, I mean, to your first question, I think I see myself as that ball winning guy. I mean, obviously, every time the coach will ask something different of me, I will try to give my best, even if it's out of my comfort zone. But I still see myself as that ball winning guy, trying to help the team defensively and cut the break and give some players a break. Some players that don't maybe want to run back, and maybe want to be with the ball and someone has to do that. They can't, you can't ask so much from like all of the players all the time, So someone always has to do like they say, the dirty work. And then to your second question, I think there's been a lot of expectations from Nashville because of what we've done our first couple of years coming to the league. Having a new stadium is a lot of pressure. You could see even in the first game, it's like everyone expects a good result, but also to be realistic, like things don't just happen like that. We never know what's going to happen, and we just have to give our best to get the result. And at home, we're always going to give 100% because that's the fans want everyone to be 100% and want everyone to give everything, and so we're always gonna do that to get a result. I mean, no matter what happens, we're always gonna leave it all out there.
Tim Sullivan with a follow-up.
Yeah, Brian, you started the previous game against SKC that you guys played in Kansas City. What do you remember from that game, and what can you take into this weekend to, I guess achieve the same results as you guys won on the road there?
I mean, KC is a very established team in the league, and they have a lot of experience and very, very good players, especially attacking players. I don't not want to mention anyone's name, but you guys know. We have to be very, very mindful, even if we're playing at home. As aggressive as we want to be, we have to be really respectful of them, and because they're a really, really good team, and they can really hurt us if we're not careful. So, I mean, I think from last game, that's the same approach that we had. We had a lot of respect for them, but we still attacked the game in a very, difficult manner. Not to make it easy for them, but was very respectful. I think we're gonna approach the game same as home. We're gonna be aggressive, but we're also gonna be mindful that they could hurt us.